From Channel 4, the local station, celebrating the good in our local communities. These are your Hyundai hometown heroes.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for this special look at our Hyundai Hometown Heroes, presented by the Jacksonville area Hyundai dealers. I'm Amanda DeVoe. This year, we celebrated the people who are making a difference in our communities and making Jacksonville a better place to live. And because of all of their great work, the votes from our News4Jax Insiders, they were rewarded with a brand new Hyundai Tucson SUV. We focused on 3 categories: education, first responders, and our military. These 3 individuals were nominated by our insiders and then picked from hundreds of other nominees. Our first hometown hero is Mirona Kazmarczyk, and after teaching in her native Poland, this lifelong educator became a teacher's aide in St. Johns County, where her amazing spirit and humor helped some of the youngest minds at the Cathedral Parish School stay engaged. She's already in costume for her next big project in her class.
I come from Poland 33 years ago. Come for vacation to Florida, meet my husband, and I am still on vacation 33 years later. I always want to be teacher. I decided after 8th grade, with no any English, so I am very proud of myself, you know, how far I go with language. I think I always like kids. Always, I remember I play my dolls, school. I always say I'm mentally 5. I can do whatever what I want. If I want to be gingerbread man, here I am.
Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man.
Each year you have different group of kids. All kids is different personality, but I just love these kids and I love to watch them grow. I am actually coming to work and I really love it. If sometimes, you know, you have to go to work what you don't like, but you still have to go. I don't want to do anything else in my life. School is my happy place. I don't have any really family here. My whole family is in Poland.
Miss Tibbet seems like a part of your family.
Oh, definitely. She's like my another daughter. We worked together for 20 years or 18 years together probably. So it's very, you know, we know each other well. She knows what she's doing, I know what I am doing. We're just so close. I treat her like my daughter. I don't know what to say any different way.
Say hello to Reader Finger.
Hello, Reader Finger.
Hi, my name is Vicki Tibbetts, and I'm the kindergarten teacher here for 18 years at Cathedral Parish School, and she's been my kindergarten aide for all of those 18 years. We work pretty well together. She's like the funny one and I'm more of the serious one, so it's a good combination. She does a lot of the crafts. If you look around the room, you can see she's very artistic, very creative, and so she gets to paint with the kids and make crafts with the kids, and that's the best part about Miss Mirona. She's just so fun and it's contagious. She is a joy to be with every day. You just never know what you're going to get with Miss Mirona. She's always in a costume, whether it be a snowman, a gingerbread, a turkey. So the kids just love watching her in the morning and see what she's going to be. And when she doesn't dress up, you know, they're like, "Why aren't you dressed up today, Miss Mirona?" She goes, "I'm just Miss Mirona today." So it's pretty cute.
We hope that she dresses up every day. Yeah. But she only dresses for the holidays.
Yeah. Wait, Natalie.
Yeah, when she was a turkey.
A unicorn? No, unicorn.
Oh yeah, she was a unicorn.
One thing about Miss Mirona is she's probably the most fun person I know. She's one of the funniest people I know. She's the most faithful person I know. But she's also very humble. She takes care of all of us. And she's like a mom to me. So I've lost both my parents, so she's like kind of my mom. And she's always taking care of me, but she takes care of not only the school, but she takes care of the whole community. She gets backpacks for the homeless. We have a parent that unfortunately had a stroke last year, and she made sure that child had a ride to school every day. She made sure that they even got health services. Like, she knows people in the community, and she wanted to really help them and make sure that they got back on their feet. So she does things that people might not see all the time, She also teaches a Polish class on Saturdays, every other Saturday. So she does that on her Saturdays. She takes care of her grandkids, and she just takes care of all of us.
My name is Deacon Brian Ott. I'm the principal of Cathedral Parish School. Miss Morona taught all 3 of my children years ago, and so our relationship goes back well beyond the time that I was principal. It has been such a joy to work with her. She brings joy and energy and love and care and compassion to everything that she does.
Tell me about your reaction when you heard that she was being nominated for the Hometown Hero Award, Greg.
So on one hand, I was not surprised at all, because there just is not a more deserving person than Miss Morona. But it's surreal that it's happening in your school to someone that you know. It was just such a great celebration among our community. Everyone knows that Miss Morona deserves it and that she is a hometown hero.
And what was your reaction when you found out somebody nominated you for the Hometown Heroes Award?
Well, first I was totally shocked, because I don't like attention. I was totally shocked. In a million years, I don't even think somebody see me this way. But I love this car. I absolutely love this car, and that's big honor for me to be actually town hero.
Thank you to all the staff, parents, and students at Cathedral Parish School for letting us get a glimpse of all the fun and learning that happens in their classrooms. Still to come on Hometown Heroes, we'll introduce you to a military man living out the dream his mother had for him to succeed. But next, we take a trip to the beach to meet a police officer whose smile and positive attitude shine brighter than the badge he wears on Hyundai Hometown Heroes.
Celebrating the good in our local communities. These are your Hyundai Hometown Heroes.
Welcome back to our Hyundai Hometown Heroes celebration. Our next winner says fun is his middle name. Officer Thomas Harper likes to bring a relaxed vibe to work at the Jacksonville Beach Police Department, but it was his selflessness and determination that landed him a nomination in our first responder category.
You know, we know each other's wives, husbands, kids, and it's a really, really fun place to work, and everyone has each other's back, so I love it. I love Jax Beach. It's a small community. Everyone's pretty close-knit. It can be extremely busy, especially during the summer and the weekends. But because it's so small, we really get to know everyone. You know, the citizens, the local business owners, employees, kind of build a rapport with them. And, you know, with the agency being small, we really get to know everyone in the department and very close with each other. Something I've always been interested in from an early age. My first memories were probably wanting to be a cop, or at least interested in it. And just, I have an uncle and an aunt up in New Jersey that are cops. Yeah, it's kind of, the only people in my family that were cops, but it's always been an interest of mine. I was in the academy pretty much right out of high school. And a couple of days in, I knew I wasn't in the right mental state to do it, wasn't in the right mindset, so I actually had to drop out. That was extremely hard for me. That was a long year, and I forced myself to go back. And you know, the second time was a charm, and I graduated. It was a rough road, but that was probably my greatest achievement. I don't know what it was. I told myself this wasn't my time, so I re-enrolled about a year later, went through JSO's Academy, and you know, was very proud of myself for forcing myself to go back and doing it.
He's a giant goofball, always smiling, always happy, always positive. Even on days when I'm in a terrible mood, I can send him a text and he'll brighten my mood. So always a positive person to be around. Very dedicated, very determined, and always working to better himself, working on himself. I first met Thomas when he was injured in 2019 while assisting with an ocean rescue as a law enforcement officer for Jacksonville Beach Police Department. I met him 3 more times within that same year for different injuries he sustained while protecting his community. Thomas never hesitates to go directly towards the threat. Thomas received a Meritorious Service Award in 2021 for assisting a civilian and potentially saving her life by applying a tourniquet correctly. Thomas became a law enforcement officer to help people, and I see him do it every day. He is truly committed to giving his life to keep his community safe. He always has a smile on his face and treats everyone he encounters with the same respect that he expects to receive. Thomas is one of the good ones, and for that, I think he deserves to win.
What do you like so far about the new ride?
I'm a tall guy, so one, not having to get all the way down to get in that car. I definitely have more leg room and head room in this. And overall, just having more space in the back for, we're playing a lot of golf, so my golf clubs and my mountain bike. And it's much more of a comfortable ride than my Honda was.
What's your favorite feature so far?
Favorite feature? Probably the heated seats. I know it's Florida, but that was my biggest complaint with my old Honda was not having heated seats. So that's a must for the winters. But other than that, technology package, I love it. It's got a big screen for backup camera and my Apple CarPlay and GPS and all that. Everything's Bluetooth and everything's digital. So yeah, I have to say between the technology and the space are probably my two favorite things. So this is right here. This is coming up to 13th Avenue South. This is kind of the southern border of my area of responsibility. So we'll kind of turn around here, but it's a pretty small area. I want to say it's roughly a square mile. It's a giant rectangle. So we always joke saying, we just keep driving in a rectangle all day. And we're not necessarily restrained to just working in this area. I mean, this is our area of responsibility for calls for service. But for the most part, we're able to go elsewhere into this city. We just have to make sure we're available to respond to these calls out here. But we do help patrol out, a lot too. So we could be in the downtown area for a couple of hours, and then all of a sudden something happens in the other parts of the city and we go and help out. So we can definitely, for the most part, do what we want. Yeah, just interactions with the community. I'm talkative, very outgoing, so I like to meet people. And that's the one thing with this job you get to do is every day. Sometimes it's the same people, but most of the time it's different people, all walks of life, religion, race, educational levels. So probably that, just building rapport with people and getting to know them.
Officer Harper beat out 173 other nominees in the first responder category and received 16% of more than 2,300 votes. Don't go anywhere. We have one more amazing hero to highlight, the high school soccer star who became an Army sergeant, next.
Celebrating the good in our local communities. These are your Hyundai hometown heroes.
Welcome back to our Hyundai Hometown Heroes celebration. Our next winner is truly homegrown. He was born and raised in Jacksonville's projects before becoming a highly decorated military man. And he's using his story to inspire tomorrow's achievers.
I'm louder than y'all, nah. I'm 56. Come on, let's go hard. Get ready, get ready, get ready. There it goes. Rock with it, rock with it. Yeah!
I was born in Jacksonville. I grew up in Hilltop and Gulf Brook, the projects. The reason all this started is my mom had a dream for me. My mom had Crohn's disease back in 1985. On June the 8th, 1985, she told me, hey, join the military. I said, okay, Mom, even though I had soccer scholarships, I was gonna play soccer. So I graduated from Raines on June the 10th. My mama passed away on June the 13th. We buried on the 22nd, and then I came in the Army November 13th. So this was my mama's dream for me. She just wanted me to be successful, to get out of the area I was actually in, to give me an opportunity. And it'll be a better platform for me in the long run. So she just wanted her son to do well. So I stood on the promise, like they say, moms know stuff that we don't know. So that's the bottom line for me. I stood on the promise I made to my mom, and I didn't want to let her down. In order to be a great leader, you gotta be a great follower. Because you ain't always been in charge. People want to lead, but if you're not a good follower, it's a wrap. And that's what I would tell my mentees. If you ask me that question, I'm telling you, you have to be a great follower to be a good leader.
My name is Jayla Caffey. I'm from Huntsville, Alabama. And Andrew Wynn is my dad. He's everything to me. Like, he's a supporter, like I said, a friend, a dad, a teacher, a therapist, like everything, I would say. He's really big on perspective and just understanding that life, things are gonna happen, curveballs are gonna come at you, and it's just not about what happens, it's about how you respond, and it's all about what you decide and choose to do. And so I think he's instilled that in each and every person that he encounters.
I tell people all the time, fault and responsibility, they don't go together. So when you want somebody some fault, you want to blame somebody, you want to be a victim. But if you're talking about your life, your heart, your happiness, it's your responsibility. I don't care how, once you pass the age of 12, it's your responsibility.
My name is Charlie Houck. I'm from Cocoa, Florida, and Command Sergeant Major is really my hero. I've learned that you can't take any moment for granted. That's probably the biggest time. There's always something to be grateful for. Before I went to Flight Guy, I was in a group home. I was in DCF custody. I didn't really have anywhere to go. And I was just overall always focused on the negative aspects of my life. Which, even though my group home, which was like the only one like really in the state, was right next to the beach. And I overlooked that and I was like, nah, it's not good. I'm just focused on negative. And he changed my perspective. That's the biggest thing. It's all a matter of perspective. You can always look at something from a different angle and find what there truly is to be grateful for. Just being alive, breathing. In Florida, it's amazing. Just be here, really.
Yeah, so what she went out and, the Post went out and got people donate stuff to the Post 197. And then she went out to vendors, people, and got them to volunteer to donate bicycles. The same thing y'all did, but on a smaller scale because we don't have a camera. So yeah. So we did pretty good. I think we got about 27 bikes. For me, it's just about the kids. Because when I was growing, we didn't have it like that. It's more so for giving back to my community because I'm in a place where I can, but I ain't have that. It's just been a positive role model. Because what you see from our community all the time is hard to be on TV. It's always some trouble. I'm proud of where I actually came from, and then I want people to be proud where they came from. Because you don't have no choice. Just like kids don't pick their parents. You don't, so you have to deal with the situation. But please, just like I tell my mentees, at the end of the day, it's a different perspective.
We salute Command Sergeant Major Wynn for his service and the continued work he's doing in our communities. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Celebrating the good in our local communities. These are your Hyundai hometown heroes.
We want to thank you for watching our first ever Hyundai Hometown Heroes celebration. We'll be returning next year with another chance to recognize even more people who are doing amazing work in our local communities to make our cities and towns better places to live. So look for those details soon on News4Jax.com. Thank you to our heroes, the News4Jax Insiders who nominated and voted, and the Jacksonville area Hyundai dealers for their desire to celebrate our hometown heroes. I'm Amanda DeVoe. See you next time.
Thank you for watching Hyundai Hometown Heroes.
At WJXT, we have a long history of recognizing positive people who work for the good of our community. Our neighbors are a living testament to the power one person can have making a difference. Their resolve to positively change their community is beyond inspiring. We call them Positively Jax.
As we continue to honor these positive people, let us not only celebrate their extraordinary contributions to society, let us also look within ourselves and consider how we get involved in our own communities and find ways to enrich the lives of others. As we lift up the spirits of those around us, our own spirits rise right alongside them.
We are all aware of the challenges, hunger, disease, disasters, poverty. It is our hope that by telling these positive stories, we can inspire others to lend a hand to help those in need. Each one of us can make a difference.
We are committed to honoring those people from every part of Jacksonville who have found ways to make a positive difference, tackling everything from cancer to crime, education to the environment. They improve the lives of people next door to them and those around our city they have never even met.
These people are innovators in the different ways they serve. Some find creative ways to reach young people, others started large-scale programs and organizations on their own. The variety of what they do is just as impressive as their generosity and their spirit.
These people don't get discouraged by the realities of the present. They get excited about the possibilities of the future. They look at the young people of today and they see the hope for tomorrow. They seek solutions. And in tragedy, they somehow locate resolve, providing strength to others to give them the opportunity to overcome their challenges.
The dedication of these positive people comes without limits, and as we search for a path through rough times, they remind us that true change starts within. One small step forward can lead to a mass migration of doing what is right and point out the good that's right in front of us. At Channel 4, we want to recognize the people who make our community better.
Thank you for your commitment.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jacksonville.
Thank you for going beyond.
Thank you.
Thank you for being Positively Jax.